like a large duffel bag, probably I'd say a 5, 10. I'd say probably a 10-gallon duffel bag. It's pretty big. It's a very large duffel bag, very long duffel bag. Not like a backpack, but you know, like a duffel bag.
Yeah, yeah. All right, what I want to do is I have pen and paper with me. I'm gonna pull it out real quick and just do just a basic sketch of like what this hat looks like, what the shirt looks like, and
are you following him while you're doing this? Because I mean, he's not stopping. He's continuously
at a distance.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. How fast is he moving?
He's walking pretty slow. A lot of people are running into him and whatnot because of, you know, the scene is chaotic all around.
And he's walking away from the scene.
Absolutely, yeah. He's actually walking south. So Lester went north. What's happened is here. This guy is now walking south. Trenchard, we're playing Fantasy Age. This is the TitansGrave campaign.
Like where after he talked to the gods, does he notice where Folly is? Nope, he does not.
I'm rolling some dice on my end, and no, he doesn't notice you at all. Folly.
All right. So, what I want to do with this sketch, and like I say, it was very quick. I didn't spend a lot of time on it, and I want to run over to the to one of the guild guys.
There's soldiers everywhere. Yeah, there's soldiers everywhere, and like groups of 3 and 4. You know, 3, 4, 6. I mean, there's packs everywhere of these guys now. All kinds of emergency vehicles on the scene. You know, the hovercraft that are hovering over the street and whatnot. You know, lots of armed guards pointing their weapons down at the street, you know, with just people chaotically running everywhere, screaming and whatnot. Yeah, it's pretty hectic.
Alright, what I want to do then is, I want to go to one of the nearest guard that's closest to what's happening here. And I want... and let him know, sir, I just saw a bomber. He's carrying a bag, and he looks like he puts grenades in it.
So he says, where is this guy at? Where's he at?
I grab him by the arm and pull him towards me and head off into the direction of where I saw the guy walking.
Okay. So he's with you. You guys are, you know, you could still see this guy. And he said, where is this guy? Where is this guy? And yeah, I guess you're handing him the paper and whatnot. Okay, so you guys are kind of
and show him the.
So I guess you're getting a little bit more reckless now, trying to get closer to this guy because you have this armed soldier with you, saying this is the guy right here. All right, so after about another 20-30 seconds, you guys get right up on this guy just about, and he actually hears what's going on and he looks around, and he drops the bag and goes into a full sprint. And this is the same guy that you saw up on the balcony. And the soldier, the guild soldier, he calls for them to stop, and he's yelling for everyone to get down. And everybody's like dropping to their feet, and this guy's continuing to run. Well, just as this guy's fixing to turn a corner and go down an alleyway, the soldier pops off a couple of rounds and takes the guy out. I mean, literally, just hits him in the head. Just as he's starting to turn on the hall, and you can see all kinds of blood just cover the side of the wall. Bits of his head and blood everywhere. People are screaming, and the guy's lying dead on the floor now. Now this is probably this guy was a good shot. I mean, he took him out one shot.
While he's making that shot, while he's making that shot, I want to disappear into the crowd.
Okay, give me a stealth check, dexterity stealth.
All right.
And I'm gonna do a contest of perception. Did you roll it? Yeah, I see you rolled your dexterity check. Yeah, he sees you, and he calls to a couple of the other officers and points you out as you're kind of like slinking between the people and whatnot. And then after about just after a couple seconds, you're basically subdued. And as you know, everything's happening around you. A couple of soldiers you see kind of run over to where the one guy fell, and then the officer or the guard that was with you come over and ask you, "Why are you trying to get away from me now? What involvement do you have with this?"
I tell him, all right, honestly, me and my other people that you have currently tied up, we were in search for these people. There was one other that just got away, and I wanted to make sure that at least this guy got caught.
Okay. So Lester, give me one more, and you're being pulled back towards the main scene where the orphanage the orphanage float is. Give me one more acrobatics check, please, Lester.
Okay, dexterity acrobatics. I'm pushing people out of the way. I'm trying to. Shapes are coming in front of me. I want to see if I can see this guy. Here we go.
Same. Pretty much the same. But I mean, are you doing anything else? Are you? No, you didn't lose him. He's still within your sight. He's pulling away a little bit. I mean, are you doing anything else, or are you just chasing after him?
No, I don't. I'm chasing after him. I don't want to do a spell. I don't want to do anything that's going to call attention to myself. And plus, I don't want to scare people. There are already explosions. They're scared. If I suddenly want to have to deal with that, but I'm just watching this guy and watching where he's going, and if when I get the opportunity, when he's out in the open, or when I think I can take a shot, then I will take a shot.
Yeah, there's just too many people around to do that right now. So now I will tell you this. I mean, you could scream for help. I mean, that's if you want to. I don't know if you want to take that risk or whatnot. But now as you're traveling north, you're starting to come up on the next block to where there's bodies everywhere. I mean, there's legs. There's a leg on the ground. There's arms, and I mean, there's a lot of.
So what's the sound? Is there like people screaming? I assumed.
Oh yeah, you heard the explosion to the north. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, what's the sound like around me? If I screamed, who would hear me? I mean, are there people that are able to hear
there's
me
a lot of
other.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody would probably. I'm sure somebody would probably hear you. There's lots of soldiers around. And the soldiers are trying to subdue the crowd. They're trying to push people off of the street. They're trying to, clear the scenes. They're trying to get more, emergency vehicles in here.
Okay.
They're trying to
I'll do that with my
land them on
action.
the street. All right.
Or I'll do that with my bonus action. Is I'll yell. Since I rolled kind of low both times, I'm afraid he might get away. So I'm gonna yell and point at him. That's the guy that had the bomb! Hey, that's him! That's the guy that had the bomb!
Oh, okay. So you're doing that? You're yelling? All right, I like it.
Absolutely.
So a couple of the guards they hear. I mean, there's plenty of guards around. There's dozens and dozens of guards around. So they hear you. They say, point him out again. You point him out, and he's dressed just like a normal person would be dressed. I mean, he's not like he's sticking out like a sore thumb or anything. So a couple of a group of 3 guards, as they're kind of starting to run with you, as you're screaming and making a big scene. Hey, that's him! One guy stays with you, and a couple more of these guards, the soldiers, these guild soldiers, they take off after the guy. Well, as this is happening, you can hear them yelling, "Hey, stop!" And you can see that the guy turns around and sees that now he's being pursued, and he just starts to run that much harder, and then he ducks around an alleyway, and then you can see the 2 soldiers, they go around the same alleyway. So it looks like he's actually being pursued.
Can I still...
Well, actually, the one guard, he stops you. He kind of tugs on you and
Oh, okay.
stops, and he says, and he starts to like kind of scan you with pictures and whatnot, and he goes, "Who is your name?" and speak into the camera, because he's got that camera on his helmet, And he says, "You need to speak into the camera and let me know who you are, where I'm getting this information from for our records." So,
So I look into the camera, and I go, "My name's Lester."
give him
Like always, it's a
that
bad
funky
picture.
ass.
It's a
Okay.
bad picture.
All
Every
right.
time they take a picture, it's always me doing something. It's a bad picture.
So yeah, he has his tablet, and he's basically taking some notes on it, and he's taking it and showing it to you. Is this correct? This is this is who you're so and so. He took a couple of images from his helmet, and he circles on the picture. This is the gentleman so and so. I need you to verify this and this to make it official. Yada yada yada. This is our protocol, and you put your
That's
mark
the
on
guy.
there. Okay. So yeah, the other guards, they
Yeah, that's
haven't
the
come
guy.
back yet. And the one guy says, "Thank you, outstanding citizen, for giving us the information that we need." And he says, "You are free to go." So what are you doing? Are you going to continue after this guy? Even though it's been like a couple minutes now, and the other guards, they have not
Yeah,
come back yet.
I still wanna kind of at least look around the corner. I want to pursue them as much as possible. I kind of didn't even want to talk to this guy, so I
Mr.
don't want this guy to
Kyongji,
get away.
thank
I'm
you
not
for the follow.
trusting
Thank you.
That the guild guards that are here are, and I don't know them from Adam, so I don't know if I'm going to trust them fully for busting.
There's
people.
not just one
So I'm
guild.
gonna
There's
run-
plenty of guilds around. That's the one thing. There's guilds for everything in this city. And each guild
man,
has
these
their
guilds
own
are
authorities. That's crazy. That's the crazy thing
Yeah, this
about
place
it.
blows. I thought this city was going to be awesome, but now I'm just disappointed. It's like a giant political mess. Oh well.
It seems
So
that way,
Lester's
doesn't
gonna,
it?
I'm gonna. So I might excuse myself from. Okay, I've pointed that guy out. Thank you very much. You're gonna go see if I can do some other stuff. Thank you. And then I'm gonna sprint off in my Sauron fashion. Really, really excellent. And I'm gonna look around the corner and see if I can still see the remnants of this guy, or kind of what's happened to him.
All right. So as you kind of make a pretty nice sprint over towards that alley, it's gone. It's like they've ran down, and you can see other cars and stuff crossing, over the alley. So it looks like this goes multiple intersections. So you do not see them, but you did see the officer that was questioning you and took your information, your pictures and whatnot. He did take off in that direction, and he was on the radio. He was on his little handheld that was on his jacket, on his flak jacket, so on his armor. So he was running. He was communicating with the officers. So, but
All right, I'm gonna
to no
head
avail,
back
you
then,
do not see.
back to the group.
Okay. So as you get
Okay.
back to the main group, you can see that Deckard and Glitter are on the ground, and as you're walking back up, Folly is also being escorted with several more of the guards, and what's going on. They're questioning. Then you get back. What do you say to him? Because now Deckard and Glitter have bags on their heads. Folly, she's being escorted back. She doesn't have a bag on her head, but she's also told to sit down, and they put her hands. Everybody has those wire ties, sort of like those big zip ties. So everybody's basically zip tied and sat down, except for
So I wanna
you're
make
back there.
Can I? Yeah, I'd like to make a persuasion check, and I want to find the guy that looks like he's in charge, and I want to very calmly approach him and give him a little bit of information.
Okay. He says, "Yes, sir. What can I do
So,
for you?" As he's,
the guy that's
kind
in
of
charge-
talking to other people too. Other people are trying to, and you can hear other citizens saying, "Hey, these guys are innocent. You got the wrong people. They were trying to help."
So I'm going to show up and I'm going to say, "Excuse me, Captain. I have some information that you might find very good."
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
I just saw the whole thing, and I was just talking to one of the other guards out there. They took a picture of the guy. I circled it, and basically, we found the person that did the explosion, and it was not anybody here.
Sir, please calm yourself. Now, you
And
said
I
that
think if you look at the guy's there.
you found the person that actually committed these crimes, sir.
I didn't find him. I pointed him out, and one of the other guard, they're attacking, or excuse me, they're finding him. But I think we've got all the information in this computer, and I think you've got the wrong people. Probably not a good idea right now because it's not the right thing to do.
Did you talk to an officer, sir? Did you talk to one of the armed guards? Did you follow protocol, fill out the questionnaire that the officer had for you? Did you follow all the protocol? They have you in the system. It's totally official.
I got my pistol.
Do you remember the officer's name? The officer usually does introduce himself. What was the officer's name, sir?
Son of a bitch.
You can just make up a name, any officer. Just make up any name.
Yes, I think it was Officer McGillicuddy.
Yes, Officer McGillicuddy, and he gets on the radio. He goes, yeah, this is McGillicuddy. McGillicuddy, do you copy? Do you copy? And, he's on the radio. You can hear, someone on the radio getting back.
Yeah, this is McGillicuddy here. What's going on there, Captain? We're in pursuit of one of these vigilantes that was pointed out by some crazy Saurian with a lisp. So we're in pursuit of this guy right now.
And he says, yes, I have the crazy Saurian. I guess there is a couple of his friends that are detained here, telling me that we have the wrong individuals. And, so things conspire over the next, 20, 30 minutes. You hear McGillicuddy call back the captain, and captain's name was Captain Hammertoe. So, McGillicuddy calls back to Captain Hammertoe.
I went to school with his sister, I think Hamilton. So.
It was Hammertoe, not Cameltoe, you silly Saurian.
Okay.
So, everything gets, after about another hour of all this bullshit, Glitter, Deckard, the bags are taken off of you guys. They apologize for any kind of inconvenience, but they hope that you appreciate what the guilds try to do for everyone here in Nestora. We're just trying to protect everyone. And lately, there's been a new movement. Yes, Lester.
No, I'm sorry about that, Dave. The thing cut out, so I thought you stopped.
Oh, no.
That's why I butted in. But,
no,
but go ahead and continue.
He was just saying that old Captain Hammertoe was talking about how the guilds try to protect the city, and this is exactly what they do. We hope that there's no offense taking with keeping you detained for an hour, but it is for your own personal protection, ma'am and sir. And by the way, you're going to need to...
bag over my head is not for my own protection.
Ma'am, that is just part of our protocol. That is just part... Ma'am, you are more than welcome...
Do you know who I am?
No, ma'am. Who are... actually, we have your ID here, and it says Glitter Twinkletoes. No, ma'am, I do not know who you are, and I apologize if I am supposed to know.
Dave, I'm sorry, I have to leave.
Oh, you do, Folly? You gotta go? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're also released as well. No problem, Folly. Hope everything's alright, so...
Oh, okay, awesome.
Alright. So, that's...
Happy ending.
Oh, yep. See you later.
See ya.
Well, she's just not being... I mean, she's just upset. She's like scraping the dirt and stuff out of her hair from being accosted by these vagabonds, ripping out a few curse words every now and then. Threatening to call her lawyer. I mean, she's just in a royal tizzy. Is lucky that the fireballs are not flying.
Yes, ma'am. Well, my name is Captain Hammertoe. My ID number is VR549. I am with the Protections Guild. And you are more than welcome. I have all of the official statements from not only all of the citizens here, from other witnesses, and ma'am, we're just trying to do our job, and we're not trying to give you any kind of trouble at all. It's for your own protection.
You're beating the hell out of my friend. That's why I came over here.
And ma'am, that's just part of protocol. What now, Lester?
Tug a little bit on his uniform and say, yeah, I'm going to tug a little bit on his uniform. Excuse me, Mr. Hammertoe.
Yes. As he kind of pats you back a little bit, and he kind of pats his, because he's nice and, clean, nice, crisp creases. Sir, what do you mean, sir, by certificates?
I was thinking maybe we were pretty heroic today. We could get some certificates, or something that would be really awesome from your guild that we could keep as, keepsakes.
Sir, we usually give out public service awards, usually towards the end of the year, and we have a lot of nominees, and the people of the city vote. So, I don't know how you want to try to pursue that, but we try to award the most heroic citizens, and I'm sure, sir, this will be noted as one of the more heroic instances of the year. But I've never had anybody.
More heroic things today.
Am I free now? Am I
yes,
free?
sir.
Am I
I do apologize about the way everything was handled, sir, but you were seen dropping a bag in front of the orphanage.
It's okay.
Float, sir.
It's okay. Where's the guy that got away?
Well, there is one gentleman that your friend Folly here subdued. He was eliminated. That threat was assessed and eliminated on the spot, and we have another gentleman in custody, also to the north. But all of you are free to get. Sure, absolutely, sir. We could. In fact, I'm just getting this in as he's kind of grabbing his little earbud, and he goes, "Yes, if you would like to ID." This criminal, we would like to have you, and a speeder comes over, kind of lands down after a couple minutes, and takes everyone via the
I saw him.
The air vehicle, takes you a couple streets over, and a shield comes up, sort of like a black force field kind of emerges around the craft, and Captain Hammertoe says, "Don't worry, sir, they cannot see you. Please identify the criminal." And there's like 4 or 5 of these guys lined up. And you can blatantly see the guy over on the far right as the guy that was on the balcony. No, not the balcony, but the guy that actually got away from you, that you got into the tussle with. He was really strong, though.
Yes.
Sure he was.
So do you see, sir? Do you see the proper criminal here?
So we're in the speeder hours. Have things kind of calmed down a little bit in the neighborhood?
Yeah, things are starting to calm down. There's still there's still some people that are being like medically evacuated and whatnot. Other speeders and emergency vehicles, but as for like the small fires and whatnot, yeah, there's still quite a bit of smoke in the area and whatnot, but there's still some injured that are being taken care of and whatnot. Yeah, a lot of people being questioned. You can see dozens of soldiers on the ground taking photos. I mean, these guys are all about paperwork. Seriously, these guys are all about protocol. That's one thing that you notice. He looks back over at Deckard. Yes, Mr. Deckard are one of these gentlemen, is the vagabond that you had seen carrying the bag, sir. Could you please point out which one? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And he's number 5. I mean, blatantly, he's the guy on the far right.
Yeah, definitely number 5. And Hammertoe, I want your information. I'm gonna.
Excuse me, sir. You need my information?
Yes, I do.
I want your badge number, Hammertoe.
And sir, my identification number is VR549, sir. I am of the Protectors Guild. Like I told you, Mr. Deckard, I do apologize on behalf of my other security personnel. That did use a little bit of excessive force on you. So if this is all about maybe filing some kind of public complaint with the authorities of Nestora, I would be glad to take
not
that.
at all.
Okay. Well, I'm a little bit
Okay.
anxious to know why you're wanting
is
my
not a
information.
At all. I think I can help you actually.
And how would you be able to help me, sir?
Because I want to. But working for you don't.
Ah, you want to come and work for the guild then?
I think I could offer you. I think I could offer you some insight that maybe you don't have.
Oh, well, if you're holding any kind of information, sir, please feel free to, if you need a little bit more time with me, we can go over some more details if you haven't come clean with anything yet.
I'm holding a big foot that I'm going to stick up your ass if you don't shut up.
And then he gets on his mic and he says, yeah, McGillicuddy, get that fucking scumbag number 5 out of here. Hit him a couple times for me, please. So as you kind of look down,
definitely off.
They're roughing up number 5.
The complete paperwork in triplicate.
Sure, sure.
Well, I take my. I say goodbye. I said.
All right. So do what now, Deckard? You do what? You kind of cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I walk away from the captain.
Captain Hammertoe.
I say you better rough him up really good, or I'm gonna come knocking on your door.
Yes, sir. You've been in law enforcement before. You know how we take care of these vigilantes that try to hurt the outstanding citizens of the area that you try to serve and protect, sir. We will take care and probably eliminate this fucking scumbag, sir. Justice will be served.
Excellent.
As for you, Mrs. Glitter, I hope there's I'm sorry if there's nothing I can say to try to persuade you filling out some type of complaint form with the local authorities of Nestora. Maybe as a captain, maybe I can get you some gift certificates for one of the local steakhouses or taco houses that maybe could
I want more glitter cannons.
Excuse me, ma'am. Glitter cannons? What are these?
I pull out my one remaining glitter cannon and say,
"Oh,
I want glitter cannon."
You mean this device? We didn't know if this was some type of vigilante device. Yes, ma'am. That is the one that tasted like sugar and had all kinds of nice sparklies and glitter. So how about I get you a dozen of these glitter cannons, and would that make any ill refute kind of maybe disappear out of your mind?
If they were in varying colors, yes, that would be appropriate.
I'm gonna whisper to Glitter, Taco House certificate! Taco House!
Screw your certificate, Lester. Go away.
Certificate!
So
take a certificate, you can shove it in where the sun don't shine.
What Captain Hammertoe proposes, he's going to get you some of your glitter cannons, and he's also going to give everyone a coupon for the taco house. So everybody will get a coupon for the taco house, and awesome. And he thanks everyone for their outstanding public service.
Stop, Hammertoe. Oh wait, that's Hammer Time. Yeah, never mind that. That didn't work out.
This is now, if you'll excuse me, and the machine lands, the air vehicle lands, the force field kind of dissipates. He thanks everyone and says we'll be in contact if we need anything. And where would we need to send these glitter cannons to and the coupons?
To my room.
And
I give him my information.
Okay.
Room number and all that kind of good stuff.
All right. So everybody's got Taco House coupons
and have a
coming.
gnome deliver it, preferably mail.
Well, Officer McGillicuddy, Officer McGillicuddy was a gnome actually. So, Officer McGillicuddy, I'll have Officer McGillicuddy drop those off for you, ma'am. Thank you. And he kind of rolls his eyes.
Thank
as
you.
he's
Thank
turning
you, sir.
away.
Uniform.
No hard feelings.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I'm glad we could come to terms. And Captain Hammertoe, he leaves. Fucking Captain Hammertoe, Jesus. All right, so the rest of the day, I don't know. It just came out of my mouth. I don't know. So the rest of the day, you know, sort of the rest of the day's activities and festivities, kind of spoiled. But you guys get back to the hotel. You guys are out for several more hours. Glitter, you have a package of 12 more glitter cannons waiting for you. Everyone has Taco House certificates, 100% off of your order. Yeah, up to 1 gold. So that is a shit ton of tacos. So it's like a buffet of tacos. You know, they basically spared no expense for everyone. So everybody has their gift certificates for the Taco House. Write those down in your character sheet if you're going to use those in Nestora, and I'll label one of those locations here, the Taco House. You got your glitter cannons, Glitter. Everybody's
Dave, are you gonna make
back. Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna make a macro for gift certificates so when we eat them, we roll wrong, we're gonna crap our pants?
No, absolutely not. We're not going that much in depth with the game. So everybody gets back after a long day of, excitement, celebration. You guys are back at the inn, at the festive inn, and you guys turn in for a nice night's rest. And it is now the next day, and guess what you have to do now? Go back and find out what this cube is.
Rescue.
Well, you have to go back to Farkaya's shop. It's the next day. So this is where we're going to go ahead and end the game. Sorry it's a little late. You guys are going to go back and find out what this cube is all about. Back the next day. So, all right, that's where we'll continue next week. Great game this week. Had a blast, everybody. This game's been really fun. Jub, thanks for playing Gideon. Hopefully the real Gideon will be back next week. Hopefully. So, Glitter, thanks
Dave,
for playing.
I wanted to talk to you about tomorrow as well.
Sure. I'll be in TeamSpeak in like the next half hour or so. So I'm going to be taking a little break here in just a second. So, but yeah, we'll definitely talk.
Well, yeah, I got to eat dinner anyway, so
sure.
Yeah, I got to eat dinner anyway, so I'll hop back on and see if
All
you're
right.
there.
Stop by TeamSpeak in like the next 45 minutes to an hour, and we'll hang out and talk. Glitter, thanks for playing.
All right, sounds good.
Great glitter cannons. I love it. Lester, always a pleasure. Zovia, thanks for playing. I know you're not here. Thanks again for covering for Gideon, Jub, and our friend over on the other side of the pond, Mr. Deckard. Thanks for playing, man. Links.
Well, thank you.
You are the man.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks
for hosting.
Signing off from the Library of Congress. I'll see you guys next. Everybody good to go next Saturday?
Sure.
All right. See you.